Charles Oliveira is the front runner for the title shot. Dana kind of even so much as said without saying it, I don't make fights the night of the fight. He was sort of saying that's the fight that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes sense. Islam acknowledged it on Twitter.
Yep.
Had a nice tweet for Charles. I like that. But I will just say, I'm still leaving the door open, Dom, that if Dustin and Justin go in there and tear the absolute house down, and if Dustin Poirier were to come out looking like an absolute phenom, a stud, if it was like one of the best fights ever,
Mm-hmm.
and Dustin gets his hand raised, I could see Dustin Poirier getting some shine, and all of a sudden he's now in the place for the title fight. Like I could, as much as I'm confident in Charles, we're so in the moment, right? Right now, it's like it
Right.
doesn't feel like anybody could pass
Yeah.
Charles for
After
a
that
title fight.
performance.
But
Yeah.
then on July 29th, if Dustin has an amazing performance, everybody's gonna forget that Charles just did what he did a month ago because the game moves so fast, and then all of a sudden Dustin is the guy everybody's clamoring for. So for now, I'll say 85% chance that Charles Oliveira gets that shot, and I'll leave 15% for if Dustin were to win in July.
And now, no, I love when we talk percentages because I got to bring up a third wrench in that plan. On July 8th, Alexander Volkanovski defending against Yair. If he wins, could he squeak in and get the rematch as well with Islam Makhachev? We would potentially have 2 rematch opportunities at that point. Which one, from a fan's perspective, would you prefer? Volk Islam 2 or Islam and Oliveira 2?
Well, okay, I'm biased, so I'm definitely going to say Oliveira too. But I think it's clear the majority of the audience of the fan base will probably pick Volkanovski too because it was a closer fight, and I can't blame anybody for thinking that way. And it's champion versus champion. I mean, if Volkanovski loses his title to Yair, I think that shuts the door on
Right.
it for
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Not that it can't happen in the future, because if Volkanovski decides he just wants to move up in general, then that could definitely happen. But assuming he wins, you still got the champion versus champion. It's just weird. The UFC is nobody's really talking about that over there right now. Do you kind of notice that? Like, not a whole lot of talk about that fight. Maybe it'll ramp up if
As we get
Volkanovski does
ready.
something impressive against Jair.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Dominic, I could see that being a fight they hold off for like I don't know, UFC 300 maybe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you think you would still hold Dustin at a higher percentage even with a Volk win then, you feel?
Probably not, but
Okay.
I just wasn't really thinking. I was thinking of like guys in the division, but let's be clear. I mean, Charles is probably going to get the shot.
No, I
And he
believe
should,
so,
and I
yeah.
think he should. I think it's warranted.
Yeah.
With the title reign he went on, I know, missed weight because he got kind of fucked, and then beat Justin didn't count as a title defense. But I look at that whole run as being his title run, and it was so much fun. It was like highlight reel after highlight reel. It was a guy showing that he was the best in the world. He did it over 3 different fights. He lost. He didn't get an immediate rematch. I don't like immediate rematches, but he goes and looks impressive against a guy who a lot of people thought should have gotten a title shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel like he's right back in the driver's seat to get one himself. That's all it takes, Tom. That's all I'm asking for. Just go take another fight. I'm not asking for much here.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I think that's the fight. You add in all the things he did during the run, the resume that he has, stopping a Beneil Dariush on this amazing win streak that he was on. You have the rematch storyline already. 2 really, really, really big stars in the company. All stars are aligning for an Abu Dhabi rematch between those 2.
Who does Beneil fight next?
I like assuming Arman Saryukian wins this week. I think Arman and Beneil would be a pretty good fight. That would make sense. I think Arman, if he wins, he's already fighting someone that we were like, what the fuck's going on with this matchup? But we kind of said it seems like maybe just no one wants to fight Arman, and so he just decided to take a fight. And maybe Beneil wouldn't want to fight Arman either, but if I had to pick one, that's what I would do. Arman, assuming he wins, versus Beneil. And honestly, even if Silva were to beat Arman, then shit, maybe he can fight Beneil as well, but I'm just assuming.
Give me Fazayev and Beneil
Yeah,
Dariush.
that's a great one too. Yeah.
UFC like to do the loser versus loser, winner versus winner matchmaking. I feel like two guys coming off of losses, but both still in great position to make a run. I think that makes a lot of sense. And it's a clash of styles, to be honest.
It'd give me Fiziev and RDA vibes to a certain extent. I think that'd be a great
Yeah,
matchup.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Let's get into